The main character is living in the house of his female friend, and he have a crush on his friend's mom. She asked the main character to wake up her daughter. Then the main character went to his female friend's room, and she was already awake and changing. So, the main character closes the door. After that, it turns out that friend's mom planned that setup, so the main character can have some lucky culture moments with her daughter. Then the female friend received their lunch boxes, and she left the house with the main character. While walking, she told the main character that she was busy with club activities, and she don't have time for getting a boyfriend. The female friend also realized that her mother was always trying to make her develop a romantic relationship with the main character. The main character knows the reason, and it started for a while now. In the backstory, the main character have already confessed his feelings to his friend's mom. She was not into that kind of culture, because the main character was the son of her best friend who have passed away. She also realized that the main character was already an adult, and she will not fall into temptation. So, she keeps on rejecting the main character. While she was changing, the main character opens the door of her room, and she mentioned that her body was shabby. However, that is not true for the main character, because the wrinklier the raisin, the sweeter the fruit. Then his compliment made her happy. The main character asked if she have a free time later, because there is something important he will tell her. Then the main character left. Meanwhile, she apologized to the picture of her best friend. Later that day, they have a meeting in her room. The main character told her that his feelings for her is still the same. Then she stopped the main character from yapping. She told him that she was a married mother, so she cannot become his lover. However, she will give him one chance to become her cave explorer. The main character accepted this chance with his crush. Then he was gently removing her packaging. The large melons were now exposed, and the main character was giving them some handling with care. Then he was devouring her juicy melons. She noticed that the main character's kraken was awakened. So, she freed his kraken from his Bermuda Triangle. Then she was petting his massive creature. She was also using the Gulp Gulp 3000, and it was her first time eating an extra large portion of meat. The main character gave her a fresh milkshake, and she professionally drinks every single drop. After that, it was now the turn of the main character to eat, and he was harvesting her entire stock of crystal clear mineral water. The main character was big and strong, so she gave him permission to enter the dungeon. Then they performed the clapping exercise. The main character was not able to hold back from this out-of-this-world experience, so he used his rod of acceleration, and created a big bang explosion. She was safe from that attack, because she was protected by the rubber balloon. She thought that it was over, but the main character was powered by AA batteries. Therefore, the main character performed a backyard drilling operation. Then she realized that the main character was reaching deeper than Mariana Trench. So, both of them reached their final destination. After that, she asked the main character to come along with her shopping. After shopping, they walk home, and the road she was walking was obviously very bumpy. Then her daughter also walked with them, and made the main character into a bag carrier. During the night, friend's mom was recalling the special events earlier, and she was daydreaming of his legendary kraken. However, she was trying to forget, so everything will go back to normal. The next day, the female friend went out earlier. So, the main character and friend's mom was left at home. The main character was still trying to insist his feelings for her, but she wanted him to forget their bonding time, because their agreement was only a one-time deal policy. Then she went to her washing machine to keep distance. She remembers her husband, and she was not in good terms with him. In addition, her husband was always away for a long business trip. Unconsciously, she starts sniffing the main character's clothes. The main character caught her in the act, and he gave her a hug. Then she was poked by the raging legendary sword. Therefore, she voluntarily sacrifices herself to be stuck in the washing machine to calm down his raging weapon. Then the main character was pounding the fluffy cake, and he was accurately hitting the jackpot. Eventually, the main character finishes his attack. After that, she cleaned his weapon using the Gulp Gulp 3000 cleaning method, and she happily completed the task. In the next scenario, there was a job application jump scare. She was applying for a job, because she wanted to distance herself from the main character. One morning, friend's mom was already eating the meaty breakfast from the main character. They were doing a speed run feeding frenzy session, because her daughter will be coming to the kitchen. Then the main character feed his friend's mom with his warm and creamy breakfast milk. Meanwhile, her daughter was now close to the kitchen, and luckily, they managed to finish on time. Then the main character and his female friend left. While friend's mom was left at home, she keeps on remembering the cultural moments with the main character. She wanted to put an end to their secret relationship. However, When the main character asks for her service, she cannot refuse his request. She was always holding back, so she plays a solo player game when the main character was away to relieve her cultural desires. In the next scenario, she started working at a convenience store far away from their home, because she was keeping her work a secret. This lady is her female coworker, and she told her that they also have another coworker for night shift. The two ladies started working, and the female coworker keeps on saying good things about the night shift male coworker. Couple of hours later, her shift was now over. So, the male coworker arrived, and surprisingly, it was the main character. Later that day, when the main character returned home, she was scolding the main character for not telling them that he was working as a part-timer. So, she thought that the main character was not trusting her in terms of finances. The main character told her that there is something he wanted to buy, so he was just doing this side quest event. Then he asked her why was she working at that convenience store, so she told him that she was just bored. Suddenly, she was showing some jealousy, and she was asking about his female coworker, so the main character told her that they were just coworkers. Meanwhile, his female friend was relaxing at the bathtub. Therefore, the main character took this opportunity to spend quality time with his friend's mom. Then he was now devouring the melons in her front yard garden, and she just reached her maximum point from that activity. The main character pulled out the legendary sword, and she wanted him to stop. However, her underground cave was leaking the crystal clear underground water. He knows that she was holding back, and secretly comforts herself. So, the main character will help her cultural needs by doing the clapping activities. Then she just go with the flow, and enjoy the experience of clapping culture. In addition, they were also doing some kissing scene too. Eventually, they reached their limits, and she received an explosive attack. Meanwhile, the female friend was now finishing her bathroom activities, and when she came out from the bathroom, there was no suspicious activities found. In the next scenario, friend's mom was going to work, and she realized that her effort of keeping away from the main character was pointless, because they work at the same place. At the staff room, friend's mom was changing, and the female coworker complimented her for having a nice body. Few hours later, she was stocking up the products on the shelf. Then the camera of the shop is connected to the phone of the female coworker. The main character arrived early at the shop, and he was having a casual conversation with female coworker. His friend's mom saw that, and she was feeling some jealousy. Suddenly, the main character teleported behind friend's mom, so he told her to be careful, because he noticed that she was spacing out. Then she remembered the moment a while ago that made her jealous, so she walked away. The main character followed her to the staff room, and he was explaining to her that he don't have any special relationship with the female coworker. In addition, he only have his eyes on her. The main character was giving her a helping hand, and she was trying to resist his advances. Then he assured her that he already locked the door. The main character keeps on begging, so eventually, she agrees to his clapping request. Then they have a very fast clapping exercise. It was completed within a short period of time, and she was using silencer mode to lower the volume. After that, she scolded the main character that they will not do this risky activities again. Then she changed to her normal outfit. She was still angry, and she told the main character to go home straight for some scolding. A couple of hours later, their shifts was now over. Then the female coworker was changing while the main character was still around. She told the main character that her hobby was photography. Therefore, she was able to take a picture of the main character clapping a while ago at the staff room. She can spread this photo to his female friend. However, the main character can prevent that if he agrees to have a clapping exam with her, because she wanted to test his skills. That's the end of this cultural anime recap for now. By the way, getting blackmailed by a lady with big assets for clapping seems like a win. However, it was a torture for the main character, because he only likes older women. Anyways, here is your special maturely aged sauce for culturally matured people, and thank you for watching.